and I ended up getting absolutely destroyed by this team in one of the previous videos, and I should have assumed that Jack of Light GOWTHER alongside the Merlin would be probably our best comp, definitely one of them by far, and I feel like there are definitely a whole lot of teams you can run with this Merlin here. I really want to get rid of this Ludo because of that passive debuff. Is this going to be our best starting play? I think it might be. However, we will go for the Merlin card first, just so we can get those extra buffs on the Echidna before we can go ahead and throw her cards out. Hopefully his Ludo can't tank all of these, but no, by the time he ended up getting the Jack of Light proc or the Holy Relic proc on GOWTHER, he had 2 Merlin cards. I think they were both level 2. And man, we got absolutely minced. And what are the chances, bro? His Ludo only just surviving. If I had have finished my Merlin weapons, the cosmetic upgrades, definitely would have been able to finish him off there. But that's alright. I'm sure we'll be able to proc the Holy Relic a couple different times in this video. So we'll finally be able to see her full damage. And one of you guys actually asked in one of the more previous videos, if you guys are ever wondering any gear that my character is using or what the team comp is, all of that kind of stuff I do run over at the end of the video, just because I like to kind of keep that stuff towards the end of the showcase. That way we can kind of, you know, dive straight into the PvP match, all that kind of stuff. Losing the Echidna, which is mad unfortunate, run straight back to full HP. Let's see, this'll only disable level 2. I'm thinking if we just go for the full ult rush on Merlin, that way we should get quite a bit of lifesteal back as well, and that should make things fine for us to win this one. In saying that, her single target card is still very strong, and she hasn't gone ahead and used a single target card yet, so she definitely has that up her sleeve. And we are just doing no damage to his Sigurd. Oh my, surely this one can finish things off, right? Please? Oh no, Merlin, it's all going downhill. I mean, there's a chance, right? There's a chance she ends up surviving this and we can throw out the 1/6 ultimate. Oh no. I mean, if as well we do end up surviving this, I can go ahead and proc that Holy Relic that we've been talking so highly of. Oh, that crits. Oh, it doesn't even need to crit, she is just dead. I mean, of course it's us going to be ranking in or matching into a almost mono red team right at the gates. There's probably going to be a lot of bond in today's video as well, so we'll have to see how we do. And unfortunately, not a crazy amount of blue units in the meta at this point. Margaret is definitely one of them, but I still feel like she's tanky enough not to die right at the gates. This is probably going to be our best starting hand in all honesty, to try and get rid of her. This team as well, really good at just absorbing hits. Once you start getting all the stat buffs from the Elizabeth, all that kind of stuff, she is really, really good. And I ended up using the red Cyril in one of the previous videos. I was still really happy with how he showcased, especially if you can get a lot of his AoE cards. Build up that Holy Relic if you have it. He can be really, really strong, and you can have their stats look absurd. What is that damage? Oh my. Echidna is so goddamn strong. Unfortunately, due to her both Merlin and her being attack crit, the CC can be a little underwhelming, but hey, as long as you're going first, this game is so heavily based on that you can end up winning majority of the time. Let's see what he's going to go for. I don't think the Bloody Ellie has a great lifesteal, so we should be alright to finish things off. And it's not like we have a crazy amount of opponents alive, so not really worth it trying to fully push the Holy Relic proc. And Bridge doesn't want to use these cards either. Oh, there we go. Let's see how much she tanks here. Yeah, it's... Although I hate to say it, but once again, using the Bloody Ellie team, you really need to go first, because the second you can start building up that passive, her stats would just become absurd. And if we end up coming into a lot of the Goddess teams, and I don't feel like I can get rid of the Margaret or something like that turn 1, we can of course use this card to disable buff cards. What do I want to... I mean, this might be a perfect example, because I don't want to attack him straight away because he gets the Sigurd buff. I can 100% delay that till turn 2, and it's inevitable turn 2, so I'm thinking we go for something like this. This will get us really close to that full gauge, and then kind of in this next turn we can throw off a whole bunch of cards, hopefully get someone dead. I still don't really like that card draw either. I suppose we can go ahead and get the Merger on the Pulverized cards without using any of them, which is ideal. I'm definitely glad I put that there. That was a really good play, because we're going to use these two regardless. Not taking too much damage. Man, Sigurd can be so goddamn strong. I'm so glad they gave him the passive that they did, make him synergize with the demons, because for the longest time, he is still definitely a top tier pick for the demon team. Perfect. Let's see how much damage we do. 1, 2, and 3. Holy Relic proc there. Go for the Merlin card first. That was a really strong crit there on Esterosa. Get those 3, and then the Sever card. Please finish him off. Oh, and Assault Melee still alive as well. Oh, that's alright, we end up getting the stun on the two of them. Man, that is ridiculous. And the pulverize, not the pulverize, the... Oh, the ult doesn't have... I swear GOWTHER's ultimate had an effect, but that should 100% be able to finish things off here. It's not often you get to see how much damage the GOWTHER ultimate does. Throw these out, and it's unfortunate how much weaker it is compared to all of the other HP ones, just because they tried giving it the utility. Same thing they tried doing with the bloody Ellie. Why give damage ultimates utility? I suppose it matches the character, so wouldn't want him to be even more broken than he currently is. Maybe I'm being a little too hard on the hijack GOWTHER ultimate, because it definitely is a lot better that it goes off of his HP stat, because, I mean, there is no one that's going to be building this man attack defense or attack crit. Another demon team, this time without the Sigurd, so I feel pretty safe just starting off with this play here. Besides, want to get him as weak as possible. The sooner we can get Trader Melee out of the things. Cell just taking a lot of damage, and oh, I don't know, he's not getting one tap, so there's definitely gear on the Zeldris, and I'm still surprised at how much damage we're doing. I really wish they ended up giving Ram a better Holy Relic, because I feel like it would have worked perfectly if she had have got the Green Coin Shop Merlin passive as a Holy Relic, since she got her because yeah, she got her passive as a Holy Relic, so why not do it the other way around? And if people had Ram as a character, they could go ahead and use her, because I feel like her CC is just that tad bit better than the Coin Shop Merlin. And I mean, if there's ever a chance to use any of these exclusive characters, you definitely want to be able to do it. Chandler coming to the front here. Did he have the Holy Relic? I don't think he did. See this? Yeah, no. Holy Relic, nothing like that. We'll go full send on the Merlin cards. Chandler does deal damage based on what he takes. Surely because we haven't got a crazy amount of debuffs on him though, he'll be fine. No, I think we might actually end up killing him here if he doesn't get too much lifesteal from these attack cards. Here we go, and this will finish him. I still think we're a bit away from finish him off. Unless a crit? Ah, well, that's alright. We'll move on to the next one. I feel like we've been kind of steamrolling through these victories, and well, I end up having the Ditto matchup. Is it exact same costume? Yeah, bro hasn't got the headpiece on the Merlin either. What are the chances? Definitely a real player as well, because we got out CC'd. Like I said at the beginning, this is going to be a real hard one to bring back from going second here, especially due to how offensive this team is. There is really no defensive capabilities in it whatsoever. And it even increases to that offensive side of it, having the infect card. Like, this is just full balls to the wall. You're going attack, or you're going to end up losing. I mean, I'm just glad we're not taking a crazy... He did go for the Jack of Light to start things off. I still feel like I'm more confident going for the Merlin play instead. We'll see, though. Who knows, maybe I might have been misplaying this team the entire time. Shouldn't have been going for the Merlin card first, but I just think due to us getting the extra Echidna buffs, it might be a little bit better. Let's see, yeah, damage not looking terrible. I know, there's units like Echidna, which it's hard enough to even cosmetic upgrade, or like fully cosmetic upgrade some of the festivals that come out, let alone all of the collaboration characters, because don't get me wrong, I absolutely love both her and Reinhardt, but probably not the top of my list to have fully maxed out. They're not going to stay around for as long as characters like this Merlin will, I don't believe. And who knows, maybe when this Merlin gets a Holy Relic, she can have the same kind of revival that this GOWTHER did. Yeah, attack disable isn't the greatest thing in the world. I'm guessing we're going to lose the Echidna. I mean, if anything, that's just going to free up that one slot in my hand. We can proc Holy Relic. I don't think it's going to save us anything, though. Will I still proc that from just merging the cards, or I'm one off, aren't I? Yeah. That's alright. We'll go Jack of Light, throw these out, and then we'll... Unfortunately lost this one, unless Merlin can go absolutely crazy with the damage here. Gets the stun. Yeah, only stunned the middle opponent there. Damage is a little bit underwhelming. That's alright though, we've been doing pretty good so far, so, and ironic that we end up losing to the team that we're using ourselves. And even though we're in a dead week at the moment, I still feel like I'm really enjoying... I swear we had... No, we must have 347, never mind. What I was going to say is, even though this is a dead week, I feel like I'm really enjoying this week of the game. I don't know if it's the Merlin team or, I don't know, being able to showcase a couple of the Unit 6-6, because in one of the previous videos I got to use the Ult Rush team, which, bit of a toxic team, but hey, it was good fun. Definitely a bit of a different archetype to what I'm used to using. I'm more so used to using these teams where I just throw out damage cards and win full buster mode, but yeah, no, definitely some good fun there. Do I want to go ahead and throw this out first, or Let's try with this play here, the play that we're using on us in that last one. Because that'll just get us the Merlin proc just that little bit earlier. The full proc on our passive. I mean, some decent damage from Echidna. There we go, and then that also gives us a crazy amount of card draw, so we can hopefully get another one of these magic explosion cards on the end. We do have a lot of darkness debuffs on us, so if he has any more Hendrickson cards, he can proc encroach on everyone here. Man, the Estarossa team is so much fun. They need to give this guy a stat buff and a Holy Relic on the ace. I could easily see him being better than Chandler at this point if he goes there and gets the both of them. Looks like he got unfortunate and, you know, didn't get any of the Amplify AoEs, nothing like that, but there goes Merlin. Do we really have anything we can do now? If we could get a Pulverized card as like a merger right off the bat, that'd be perfect, but even then, don't think we stand much of a chance. Yeah, this is something. Can we kill you? Like, thinking this might be the best play because we at least get one attack in with the full Holy Relic proc. Because once Estarossa's dead, we lose a lot. Like, losing his passive is absolutely massive. And this can finish things off. Infect as well isn't the greatest thing coming up against the demon team. Because most of the time they just end up outbursting you and you'll end up losing. Yeah, another hard matchup, getting out CC'd twice. We'll at least sit around to watch him take us all out. No more AoE cards? That's strange. Ah well. And surely within the next update and we actually get some more content, we get a new cosmetic for Estarossa, because I've been waiting to finally have him max cosmetics. He's by far one of the most funnest characters in the game. And final opponent, another demon time. This time using the Chandler and Trader Melee. Oh, would you look at that starting? Honestly, I might just go ahead and go crazy with the Echidna cards. Why not? This is the one time we end up getting this card draw, so we'll go ahead and do it. Save the level 2 for last. Do we reckon we can take out Chandler and Estarossa? I mean, I highly doubt it, but the crits end up doing a lot on this last one. Chandler's looking a little bit weaker than Esther. Although it doesn't make sense because he should probably be on no crits on that final attack. Oh, never mind. Why didn't I think about that? Oh well, that's my bad. We should still be fine to be able to win this one here. Hey, a really fun team. I don't know if I have a crazy amount of more builds with Merlin. I do really want to use her with the Festival DN, especially since I've got a 6/6 now. I don't think I've done any showcases with her in DN as of yet, so yeah, we're starting to run out of Merlin teams, but there are still a couple units that I'd like to revisit, all that kind of stuff. So I haven't done any showcases on all of the, what's the word I'm looking for? All of the pajama cosmetics for the characters, so I'd really like to try it. I believe we just got the Freya one, who I really enjoyed using in PvP, and we also have a one for the Mono. We'll have to definitely give that one a shot. I really like the Mono one. That looks so goddamn good on her. We can throw this Fusion Reactor card off and wrap up the video. But there we go, that just about does it for today's video. Going to quickly show off the Merlin, the Echidna gear, because I don't feel like the GOWTHER gear matters a crazy amount. Having a look at the ultimate move, yeah. Only 1/6. I have gone just a little bit deeper on her banner. I'll quickly show that off as well. Yeah, right about halfway on the next rotation. Still no Merlins. I think I've gotten 3 festival coins from going that far. One of them being the Lolly Merlin. And who were the other 2? Can't quite remember, but quickly have a look at her gear here. Rolls are decent, her being one of the main sins. I'm going to end up using it a lot more than some of the other sets. And then the cosmetics, super close to being maxed out. Just need to work on those final pieces for the headpiece and the weapon. I still got to buy that bundle out of the shop. I just keep forgetting to do it. The Echidna also 1 out of 6. Her gear here also running the attack crit. Surprisingly good for a collaboration character. I try not to go too heavy on theirs, and then not a crazy amount of investment on the gear there. But once again, that just about does it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If so, please hit like button, subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.